What's up, nerds? So I'm coming at you today with this video because Hollywood is a fickle place. And the reason I say that is because some people get a gig and then sometimes they don't get the gig and sometimes they just talk about it and you're all like, stop talking. Recently Tina Fey was on the Bowen podcast. I don't know what his maybe it's just the Bowen podcast. And she said, I'll play the video real quick.
I don't think so, honey. Bowen Yang giving his real opinions about movies on this podcast. I regret to inform you that you are too famous now, sir.
I know.
What's going to happen? You having a problem with Saltburn? Shh. Quiet luxury. Keep it to yourself, because what are you going to do when Emerald Fennell calls you about her next project where you play Carrie Mulligan's coworker in the bridal section of Harrods, and then Act 3 takes a sexually violent turn and you have to pretend to be surprised by that turn. You hang out with Ariana and SpongeBob now. That is your life. Okay? And Matt Rogers, I can tell you, you got about 1 year left. And then learn from my mistakes. Learn from IO. Podcasts are forever.
5 seconds.
Authenticity is dangerous and expensive. I don't think so, honey.
This is actually, that's one minute. And that is so...
All right, so you heard that. You saw that and everything. So I want to talk about Bassem Youssef. And that's him right there. And so he is an actor. Let me pull up this article. Okay, so he is an actor and a comedian. And so he was going to be in Superman Legacy. You can see from this article, he is no longer in Superman Legacy. And he said that it was because of his pro-Palestinian remarks, and that got him cut from the movie. So I'll go through just a tiny bit of this right here. So it says, Egyptian-born comedian Bassem Youssef claims that he lost a role in James Gunn's Superman Legacy movie due to his public support of Palestine during a Piers Morgan uncensored October interview. However, a source close to production tells Deadline that's not the case. Youssef was never formally offered the role. So it sounds like he maybe thought maybe he read for it and he thought it was, because there was, if you look back to, hold on, this picture right here, it says Youssef taped an audition tape to play Aram Harvari, president of Kurak in Superman Legacy. However, the character was cut from James Gunn's film in late September. There was going to be a conflict between two countries in the Middle East, Bialya and Kurak. And Kurak is the country. I had mentioned this in a video before. I will leave it in the iCard section over here, and you guys can read that for yourself. I talked about how there was going to be a conflict in the Middle East, and I thought it should be for Kurak and Bialya, be like they did in Young Justice. And Grace Randolph, the YouTuber Grace Randolph, she had said something along the lines of the same thing. So then James Gunn responded because and he was all like, I got cut from the movie because my comments on Gaza. So he said he lost the role due to his support for Palestine, and James Gunn denied the claims, revealing the character was cut back before comments. So it says, in the United States of America, Youssef said during his interview, you can talk about Joe Biden, you can talk about Donald Trump, but you cannot criticize a foreign government, which is kind of very sad, And then because of that, I was cast in the movie Superman, and then they told me we changed the script after this Piers Morgan interview. And I want to assume good faith, Youssef said. I want to believe that this is true, the comedian continued. I was a little bit bitter and I wanted to go, and I was like, oh, screw DC, screw Warner Brothers. But then I understand the emotional burden, and that those people have a connection with Israel. So James Gunn said that a character was dropped from the script entirely. So he said that he wasn't offered the role because the script was changed. So then, I hate all these ads. So then I want to talk about this article right here from Deadline. So it says, Bassem Youssef is setting the record straight on the Superman Legacy controversy, where he suggested he was dropped from the DC film following the public support of Palestine. In a video Youssef posted on X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. God, I wish everybody would stop putting that. Just say Twitter or say X. I don't care, but just stop putting posts on X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, and you're like, oh, so many words. Anyways, he said that he wanted to address the Superman fiasco once and for all because the internet twists facts, words, and basically everything else. First of all, he said, I think they have the video in here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. We'll watch it a little bit, but I just want to read a tiny bit of it to you because it's very interesting. So, let's see. First of all, I'm a huge fan of James Gunn. Nothing but love and respect for this guy. Youssef started off the video. Why don't we just go ahead and watch this video of his. Hold on.
Hey guys, I'm here to address this Superman fiasco once and for all because the internet twists facts, words, and basically everything else. First of all, I'm a huge fan of James Gunn. Nothing but love and respect for this guy. Now, here's what happened. Last June, one day before the actors' strike, I get an audition for a role in the new Superman movie. I do the audition, I send it, and in less than an hour, I get a call from my agent. He told me James Gunn loved the tape and he wants to have a Zoom call with you. I have a great call with James. He tells me he likes to interview his actors, so to make sure that everybody has good chemistry on set. Everybody who works in the business know that this is a great day. You do an audition 1 hour, you get the call. It's an amazing thing, right? Me and my agents, we celebrate. The universe smiling for us, and then months go by. October 7th, I go on Piers Morgan show. I do 2 interviews, and then after the interview, right after the strike ends, we get a call from the studio said Bassem is no longer with us because the script has been changed. Now, you see where I can see that from my point of view. The timing was bad, even if it was a script change. This looks very bad because a lot of people lost also roles because of their political stance. Now, this happened in November. I never spoke about it. I was sad for 3 days and I put it behind me. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I went on the Chris Como podcast. By the way, you have to watch this episode. It's great. And by the way, Chris, you're a wonderful person. Often on camera, he's amazing. And I think he can kick my ass on a one-on-one basketball game. And he's jacked. Anyways, after we were done with the interview, he asked me if I lost any opportunities because of my position, and I tell the story. And then as I was telling the story, I felt that there was a little bit of a residual of anger and bitterness in me, and I didn't like that. So the next 2 days, I go on BBC Hard Talk with Stephen Sakour and, with Alam Salon, and they asked me, again, did I lose any opportunities? And this time I tell the story, but this time there was no anger, there was no bitterness, there was nothing. And I tried to be as empathic as possible, and you can watch the interviews. And because the BBC Hard Talk, we're gonna go on live in a couple of days, and it's gonna be the same storm all over again. Please watch the interviews. I really talked about it in a very calm way, and I just wanted to look and view it from the other side. When things blew up, James Gunn called me and said, listen, in my head, you were not officially with us because I usually do camera tests before the movie, and we didn't sign the contract before because of the strike. And I told him, listen, James, with the timing, with everything what happened, you know how it looks from my side. And he said, and he agrees, like, I agree with you. I agree. And the thing is, like, it was just like, it was mishandled. And I didn't like the way it went, and the timing was bad. But as I said in the interview, I do want to believe that there was no ill intention. And I think it was an honest oversight. And I hope I'm true. And I hope there was nothing else but that, right? And I haven't thought about it, and I don't like to complain or victimize myself or sulk. I'm actually very grateful for the career that I have and the life that I have. To travel and to earn my living by making people laugh is the greatest gift ever. So nothing but love and appreciation for everyone. It's behind me, and I don't really think about it anymore. And I just wanted to make this video to set the record straight. I don't want to have beef with anybody. I already have a lot on my plate. So, see you guys, and check my website for my upcoming tour in Europe. Bye-bye.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was so it sounds like he's just backtracking because, like I said before, from that Tina Fey interview from before, or when she was on that podcast, he wants to get more work, and sitting there shitting on a director of that does the DCU is not going to be good for you, dude. So he's like pulling it back. He's like, maybe I should just like not get involved in this and just be like, hey, there was just a misunderstanding on this fiasco. You guys took it wrong. You took it wrong, and it's like maybe you took it wrong. You just spoke out a little prematurely. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to be in the movie, but we'll see see if he can get something later on down the line with DC. I mean, that's not impossible. Just because he's not in this movie doesn't mean he can't be in another movie later on. So we'll see how this works out. Grace Randolph did tweet out that she hears that they're changing that storyline, and that sounds like what the script was. They're changing it from the Middle East to Eastern Europe. So it sounds like they're going to do the Russia-Ukraine thing instead of the Israeli-Palestine thing. So I wouldn't have changed it. I think the Korak and the Bialya storyline is really good. I thought they did a good job in Young Justice with that. So we'll see how this turns out and everything. But I just wanted to bring it because I was like, it sounds like a lot of backpedaling and copium and shit. So it's like whatever. All right, but tell me what you guys think about this. Did you like? What are your thoughts on this whole situation? Tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on my next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.